Hi everyone, and welcome back to USN TravelTalk. Let's grab a coffee. I got my coffee here, and we're going to have a talk today with Sadie from Destination Asia Malaysia, and move a little bit further on in Asia. Yesterday we talked with Daniel from Thailand. And about the new sandbox, and we can do a little bit of a sandbox as well with you, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
have a new year, by the way, Sadie.
Okay. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a selamat petang. That means good afternoon from Malaysia. Salam mesra. Things are, I would say personally, things are getting better. May not be completely better yet, but it has been progressively slow, but it's achievable in terms of controlling the virus in Malaysia.
Yeah. And we talked earlier as well, Sadie, and with the whole vaccination, how is actually situation in Malaysia? How is it for you? Actually, because you're in Kuala Lumpur, aren't you?
Oh, I'm based in Penang, our headquarters.
Yeah.
And all our team members are doing well and good. We stay in touch with them virtually. We have meetings, and that's how we stay in touch.
Yeah.
And some of us go back to the office. We still practice the hybrid format, which means 50% working from home, another 50% working in the office, and we adhere to our SOP in relation to getting ourselves adhere to social responsibility. We do a self-antigen test before going to the office, to get the bubble. Yeah.
Okay.
And Malaysia itself, I would say we are delighted. Up to this stage, we are almost up to 80% vaccination, 2 doses completed, where we are concerned. So we are progressively well, and this year we are talking about having the booster shot, which started, and I have got mine yesterday.
Very good, congratulations. I had mine also actually before Christmas.
All right, congrats to you too. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And but that means actually you're very up to almost the same as in Scandinavia, I would say, because we're looking at the same rate of being vaccinated. Of course, everyone, I will say Norway at least, everyone over 65 is vaccinated with the 3rd shot, should be. And then they are also put out for everyone over 45 to get the 3rd shot as well. So we're getting there slowly but slowly.
Yeah. That's why I say it's improving year by year, May not be as fast as all of us wanted to be, because it's been long waiting, for the past 21 months now. So everyone is planned out to travel, everyone, including your beautiful country, your people, everyone wants to travel.
Yes, exactly. I can see that I have a little bit trouble seeing you, but I'm checking with people on the chat. I can see also Magnar is there. So we had a few people on the chat here. So I'm gonna just check if everyone's seeing you, because I can't see you. But now I'm checking. I see Patrick is there, Merete and Terry and Magnar as well. And also Karen and Olivia. Can anyone let me know if they are seeing Sadie, or else I can hear you very well. But
I don't know. It was okay initially.
Yeah. But we just let's continue, and then we can talk as long as I can hear you at least.
Yeah. So sorry. It was working on well.
No worries. But anyway, let's back to how we can come back to Malaysia, because like you said, everything is working. You're vaccinated. You're getting 3rd shot. When you're walking outside, do you wear masks still? Do we need a pass to get into restaurants like we have to do in some of the countries in Europe as well?
Oh yes, across Malaysia, nationwide, including Sabah and Sarawak, it is required, by us to continue adhere to the standard operating procedure, wearing a mask wherever you go, except when you are dining in, when you're while you are eating, or drinking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everywhere you go from one place to another, you have to actually scan through. We call it a My Sejahtera, which is a online apps, and it's required by every one of us, including tourists, to do the scanning. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
F&B, everything is open. Yes.
So everything is open. So you can go to restaurants, museums, and excursions and everything.
Yeah.
So you can do everything.
Right.
Exactly. So then we come back. How can we actually visit Malaysia now if you want to go?
Well, currently, the government has got this Langkawi travel bubble that started 15 November, and it's still going on. It's a destination quarantine place where you can actually have the fully vaccinated individual, adult, to get through the various documents. And one of which, you have to get an appointed agent like Destination Asia Malaysia. We are appointed, regulated by the Ministry of Tourism. You can get in touch with us, and then we will give you the full information of what is required, including a insurance coverage of minimum US 80,000 for COVID-19. While you are here,
Exactly.
Of course, You
so
need
it
to do
actually works a little bit similar to the Thailand sandbox in Phuket, basically. So you need to do a direct flight into Langkawi from a connecting destination. So for us, maybe what could be good is in Singapore is flying, Singapore Airlines flying into Singapore. You can fly from Singapore to Langkawi, or can you also fly from Phuket to Langkawi? Probably as well.
Not at the moment. There's no direct flight from Phuket, but there is a flight from Kuala Lumpur, KLIA. Yeah, our Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Yeah, as a gateway.
Okay, so you can actually just transit in Kuala Lumpur and then fly directly to Langkawi.
Yes.
Okay, so that works as well, and hopefully maybe, I know Qatar used to have a flight to Langkawi, so when that's maybe coming up again, we can even use that one. So there is a lot of paperwork, I understand. Before we continue, let me see if I can put us into a different room. I'm just going to press a button, just stay as we are, and everybody's going to continue there. I'll try to that. I'll reboot the room. So we're back again with yes. Let's see if we have you on the video. So like you said, it's a lot of paperwork basically we need to do to travel. So before they're flying in, what do travel agents need to think about?
Travel agent will, from our side, we will send our notes, in the PPT format to advise agent what is the pre-arrival requirements, besides the insurance that is required that they have to purchase prior to arrival, and naturally a health declaration form, that they can actually link up to the website that we have also put it in order. And of course, the adult individual, the traveler, must present a negative COVID-19 PCR test taken. It has changed to 48 hours before boarding flights to Langkawi, Kuala Lumpur, or Singapore. So it must be presented both digital or a printed form. And no quarantine at all is required if they are tested negative.
So basically, before when they're booking, and I know I got one who's actually working with you as well. So when you have a request from one of our travel agents or tour operators, you will send them the links to everything which needs to be filled in. So all the papers work like arrival documents and that. And then and then you will have to do, of course, a negative PCR test. And it's good to remember that it's actually 48 hours before arriving to Langkawi. They have to
Yes.
be, not the 72. And then they have to download the app as well, don't they?
Oh yes, yes. The Malaysia do have a the tracing for COVID-19. So we call it the My Sejahtera apps, which is also will be put into all this information for the pre-arrival requirements, so that agent do not miss out anything, because we are partnering with travel agents, and we want them to have all the good, useful information complete, so that when the guests arrive, is even though it's a quarantine destination, but at least they don't have to be anxious, and they miss this and they miss that. So we make sure that all the document that is required will be put in proper in our notes, where pre-arrival requirements, as I mentioned earlier, and also arrival at Langkawi, and then of course third point, stay at Langkawi, and last but not least, departure from Langkawi. What are the procedures that required? So this will give them a clear informations, intact, with the various link to the health form, to the forms that require them to fill in when they touch down, required by the local authority, and so forth.
Exactly. And the thing is also for travel agents to understand, when you're sending everything you need, is also for the guests to understand what is kind of expected of them when they are in Langkawi. Because what we talked about is every day you need to do self-test, isn't it?
Yes, self-antigen test.
Yes.
This will be packaged. Our reservation team, they are now the expert. They actually put together the packages, inclusive of transfer, the tour guide's requirement from the day 1 to day 7, and also the self-antigen test, as well as PCR test while they are in Langkawi. So all this intact, at least they have prepared, and understand what is required and what they have to pay,
So what they have to, what's included in your package when you send them a package price, basically, is also included a self-antigen test they need to take themselves and upload in the app, so the government can see they've done it. And they need to do a PCR test upon arrival, and then you have to do a PCR test before you're departing Langkawi. Then for all those 7 days you minimum have to stay in Langkawi, you also have to have a tour guide with you if you're going outside the hotel. And if you're going to a restaurant outside the hotel, you will have to book like a transfer to do it.
And then with a guide to accompany. And then of course they can go and dine themselves, among their family, or with a spouse. But the guide, and the driver, will be awaiting to take them back, So because it is required by the local regulator that we need to have a tour guide for this Langkawi travel bubble.
So basically, they need to have a program for the 7 days when they're staying in Langkawi. But when the 7 days is over, like we have in the sandbox, then they're free to go around in Malaysia on their own.
Yes, if everything goes well, pass with flying color, no all tests negative, on the 8th day, they are free like a bird, they can go anywhere.
Without the tour guide and without the driver.
No more tour guides. They can go to, for example, they can travel to Penang, or they can go to Kota Kinabalu, Kuching, wherever, in Malaysia. They can travel.
Literally, it's a sandbox situation. You don't have to be on the sandbox with the tour guide, with the driver. If you're going outside, you have to do your self-testing every day, but the 2 PCR tests upon arrival and upon a departure. So after that, you're free to go wherever you want.
You can travel by example from Langkawi. Besides air, they can actually take the local ferry. If they want to be adventurous, then of course everyone including travelers has to follow through the procedure, like it's been mentioned earlier, wear a mask, wash, sanitize our hand frequently, and then of course importantly practice physical distancing, and all this, you as long as you adhere to the social responsibility, you'll be fine.
Excellent. So basically also what makes it easier is, of course, that when travel agents want to book, because Malaysia is accessible at the moment, because it feels like something. So absolutely, Malaysia is accessible. It's the 7 days in, of course, Langkawi you need to do, and then you're fine to explore the whole country. So I think it's really important for us to tell that you can travel. You just have your 7 days in the sandbox, basically, and then you're free to explore. And
actually, it's 7 nights, Christine.
7 nights, exactly, 7 nights. And then and you package all that into your package anyway. So the travel agent shouldn't be afraid of missing out or something, because you will have the list. You will check that everything is in order, and then you will have everything in place. So, and the package includes everything when you package it and give the price of it. Exactly.
And subject to changes as and when, if the local law change again, then we will update accordingly, Exactly. This will keep our partners, the travel agent, yourself, in the loop.
Exactly. So I think that's brilliant. And I see also that Patrick, who is with us in the United Spirit Nordic, who is handling Destination Asia. So for any of the travel agents who needs to be in touch, Patrick is of course available. And if I saw we got quite a few online today, so if anyone has any questions, let us know, because then we can take a few ones here just before we ending. If anyone has anything, it doesn't seems like. I think it was quite clear, because I think a lot of, for me, even like when we be talking, we felt like Malaysia was kind of, out of reach. You couldn't do it. But with this,
we are getting better, Christine.
It's getting absolute better. And I think that's really good.
After a tough 2021, here's to a better 2022 for everyone,
Exactly. I think everybody's saying all is clear. I think it was very, is very good in terms of we have all the procedures in place. And thank you very much, Sadie. Sorry for a little bit on the techniques in the beginning.
It was getting earlier.
that is life these days. We have techniques. It was brilliant talking to you, and a happy new year to you and the whole staff in Malaysia as well. And when we got some more updates, we'll talk again.
Yes, please.